We all need to indulge in our cravings every once in a while. There's a good chance you'll be ashamed of that habit or obsession, but it's just so good you can't stop. To clarify, I'm not talking about crack, or One Piece, or 2012 YTPs. I'm talking about a subtle obsession that will cost you a third of your life, as the asshole in front of you can't make up his mind. Big fucking shocker, it's fast food and the incompetent, zero-brain-celled Elliot Rogers who man the registers and drive-thrus. Going through a line at McDonald's is a fucking test of will. I better be getting a spirit orb when I complete this challenge. Sorry, if I complete this challenge. I may die of starvation from the time spent in line, or freeze to death because of the cold winter months. That's around the time you get to meet the elusive pickle. Once you've finally been able to reach the counter, you unfortunately are not greeted with a spirit orb, but the ice cream machine is out of order and they just sold their last McChicken. You have to make it through though. For those who fell waiting in line with you, for your parents who supported your decision to come here, and your younger brother waiting in the car dying of heat stroke for that ice cream he'll never get. Their sacrifices to your bullshit must not go without return. You proudly ask for a quarter pounder with cheese only. You sit and patiently wait for your food to arrive. It's been 6 years since the Great Wait began. My body is shriveled to reveal my lanky skeleton. My only hope lies in this meal reaching me in time. I was so hungry I cut off my legs and ate it. That's why you never see me below the waist. There isn't anything there! Am I dreaming? Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a... What? What? What?! You. This can't be no. You maniac! You messed it up! God damn you! There isn't any cheese on it! What am I supposed to do with this? We've all seen this situation play out every single day. Simple, somewhat obese middle-class men wanting to enjoy a quarter pounder at McDonald's. Maybe sit on Big Daddy Donald's lap in the parking lot. Simple men. Simple requests. Those requests are unable to be fulfilled because of the staff relating to these fast food establishments. It's abundantly clear by society standards, working as a fast food employee, specifically at the Golden Arches, is the low point of any person's life. Or you're a teenager. Either way, you're going to have a low brain cell counter, or you listen to girls like you, and ironically, pick your poison, they'll both kill you in the end. If by some inconceivably low chance you aren't part of these two groups, I'm so sorry. You'll be living in a pure hell for however long you choose to tolerate your shit job. The best theory I have for the reason every McDonald's employee always acts like they've sniffed too much Flex Glue is for orientation. You go sit in the back of a dark room and watch a tape from when the US only had 48 states. Employees can't stray from what the tape says, and then they mysteriously have a huge drop in IQ after leaving the room. Now, I'm not saying Ronald McDonald waits in the corner of those rooms to eat the brains of new employees so they're loyal and will never betray their brand, but I may be a bit skeptical of how they can get people to want to stay at their job otherwise. With this reasoning, I'm trying to give some excuse as to why these fast food workers are so incredibly shit at their jobs. You ask for nothing on your burger, you get everything. One cookie? No bitch, you're getting the full fucking set. You say you don't want a cherry in your milkshake because you're deathly allergic. Oh, I'm sorry, was anyone listening to him? I think he said to mix the cherry into the ice cream while he isn't looking. That sounds about right. I've been reported having an allergic seizure in McDonald's at least 3 times this week alone. Despite all of this, most of us still go to McDonald's to buy fucking trash to end our lifespans at 65. Why? The fries are fucking delicious. The only good thing at this point for McDonald's that sets it aside from every other provider is they make the best fucking fries. How they're able to make something of actual quality bothers me. I suppose it's because when you go into McDonald's and you only want the fries, you look up at the menu to check for whatever reason, like Orpheus looking back to make sure his wife is really there. And like how Orpheus ends up losing his wife by having little faith, you get lost in the menu and end up getting a combo because you think it's a good deal. You fucking fool. That's how they sucker you in, to keep coming back and progressively relying on them for survival more and more, slowly draining you of your humanity as you become a fucking goo monster that can only consume. It's not like McDonald's is able to bring people in with its wonderful cast of characters. Ronald McDonald may look like your typical creepy circus clown, but did you know in the 60s he looked like this? Before you ask, no, this is not Ed from Good Burger's latest attempt at a mascot. This is Ronald's original design. I'm loving the vibe on this character who interacts with children. I get a real Pogo the Clown vibe from him. I'm sure you've all heard of Sunday, Ronald's trusty dog and most likely hellspawn. No, maybe it's since after eating too many children's souls, Sunday had to be put down. The Grimace as well. A grimace, an ugly, twisted expression on a person's face, typically expressing disgust, pain, or wry amusement. It would be the equivalent of me calling my own character the Mampara, an unsophisticated country person because I'm from the South. The grimace is the last name you'd want to be associated with your food, but then again, you are McDonald's. I don't think I need to mention Mayor McCheese, Big Mac, Birdie, the Hamburglar, or the like. We already know these guys. Have you heard of the talking trash cans? Literal garbage bins who sing not to forget to throw away your trash, but these bins would be long full if they said that at a McDonald's. So unrealistic. As I was looking into the mascots, I found I Am Hungry, a hairy Slimer ripoff who does what can only be described as sexually assaulting Ronald McDonald. At the end, I noticed Ronald was able to use alchemy from Full Metal Alchemist, and I had to ask where he had learned it. That's when I found a commercial featuring Cosmic, a robot who exchanges things for other items. This is where Ronald learned equivalent exchange, and how to gain something of equal value must have been given up. He's given a flower pot in exchange for a McDonald's lunch, and Ronald knows how bad of a deal this is. McDonald's isn't worth that much. Ronald chooses to share his food with the alien, and he goes off to tell others all over the galaxy about McDonald's, presumably raising the childhood obesity rate in space to 1 in 3. Going back to Ronald, did you know that in the 70s the man playing Ronald was told whenever he was asked where hamburgers come from, he was supposed to say they were grown in a patch and picked one ready? One of the men who played Ronald, who was a vegetarian, was so dumbfounded and offended by this line that he'd have to say to kids, he quit because he didn't want to spread any fucking fake news. Honestly, I gotta commend this guy for leaving, considering McDonald's logo is better known than the Christian cross. Really, we all need to stand up to McDonald's and say, we aren't taking this anymore, McDonald's. We're going to Chick-fil-A, and nothing you do can stop us. Fuck!